Hey everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of Thomas and Friends DVD Reviews. In this video, we're going to be talking about another classic collection from Thomas and Friends, and I'm of course talking about Engine Friends. So yeah, this one's basically like Greatest Stories, where it has like a lot of episodes from seasons 1 through 11 and stuff like that. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into the history of Engine Friends. So Engine Friends was originally released back in May 15th of 2012 by Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate. And then October 1st of 2014, the Canadian copy of Engine Friends was finally released. And then somewhere around 2014 in the United States, Engine Friends was re-released by Universal Studios. And now we got the history part done. Let's jump into my copy of Engine Friends. All right, we will now jump into my copy of Engine Friends. So I have the original copy from 2012. So, yeah, I remember getting this release at Target, and as of today, I still have this. So, on the top, it says Classic Collection 2-disc set. And we've got Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, and Emily. No Edward or Toby, unfortunately, but we got Thomas. Thomas Friends. Thomas and Friends logo, Engine Friends title card. The bottom it says 20 of the greatest friendship stories. Spine, Hit Entertainment. Scrolling down here, Kirk Buffalo, Thomas. Lionsgate. The back, Classic Collection 2-disc set. Blurb if you want to pause and read that. Bonus features includes what you see on the back, if you want to pause and read that. Featuring all-star storytellers, Alec Baldwin, George Carlin, and more. Well, the narrators are Alec Baldwin, George Carlin, Ringo Starr, and Michael Brendan. And I like the back design because it has almost the entire Steam team, the original Steam team, but except, unfortunately, there's no Toby. Obviously, Toby does not live in Timasheds. He lives at Arlesdale End, which I'm pretty sure all of us Thomas fans know that. Running time approximately 147 minutes. Here are the languages at the bottom: English, Spanish, and French, and all that copyright information, and link to the Thomas website. So disc 1 has Thomas, James, and Percy, and disc 2 has Thomas, Henry, and Gordon. And now, let's jump into the menu tour for Engine Friends. Alright, we have now jumped into the menu tour for Engine Friends, Disc 1. So just like with Greatest Stories, Disc 1, you have play, episode selection, and language selection. Let's go to episode selection, like we always do. Now, if you go through episode selection on Engine Friends, Disc 1, the theme background on this plays the original Thomas and Friends, original Thomas Tank Engine theme song, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they brought it back for this release. Anyways, our episodes are Thomas and Birdie's Great Race, Trouble in the Shed, Saved from Scrap, and A New Friend for Thomas. And all of those are narrated by Ringo Starr. And the only 2 episodes that are narrated by George Carlin are Grand Puff and Sleeping Beauty. Now, for the Alec Baldwin episodes, we have Make So Unhappy, A Bad Day for Harold, Twin Trouble, Edward the Very Useful Engine, and Rusty Saves the Day. And the episodes that are narrated by Michael Brendan, we have Emily's New Coaches, Thomas and the Rainbow, Thomas and the New Engine, and Thomas and the Statue. And for our language selection, English, Spanish, and French. And that's it for the menu tour for Disc 1. And also, if you're curious for the theme music background for the main menu, it's the Engine Roll Call theme, instrumental. Anyways, that's it for the menu tour for Disc 1. Now let's jump into Disc 2. Alright, we have now jumped into the menu tour for Disc 2. As you can see, we got different background. It is blue, while Disc 1 was in red. Anyways, we have play, episodes, languages, and special features. Let's go to episode selection, like we always do. So, all these episodes are narrated by Michael Brendan. We have Follow That Flower, Toby's Afternoon Off, Edward Strikes Out, Hide and Peep, and Emily and the Garbage. Next, language selection, the usual English, Spanish, and French. Now for our bonus features, we have Sir Top Hat Scrapbook. This is the New Friends for Thomas version. Who Am I Picture game, which this one's taken from the early years. Picture Puzzle Fun, which if I recall correctly, that one's taken from Really Brave Engines. And next, the Spot Difference game. I believe this one's, I want to say this one's also taken from New Friends for Thomas, I believe. And Gordon's Memory Game, this one's from Best of Gordon. And then you have trailers and stuff like that. And that's it for the menu tour for Engine Friends Disc 2. Now let's jump into my review and thoughts on Engine Friends. So overall, do I recommend Engine Friends? Let's have a talk about this one. So, this one's basically like the Greatest Stories, but this one's a little better, to be honest, than Greatest Stories. Because, don't get me wrong, Greatest Stories, it's good, but for episode-wise, basically all the episodes of Greatest Stories you could already watch on other Thomas home media products, like the Ringo Starr US narration of Diesel's Devious Deed. You can already watch that in Better Late Than Never and Other Stories on VHS. For Henry and the Elephants, you could already watch that in 10 Years for Thomas and the Gallant Old Engine. For Cranky Bugs, you could already watch that in Cranky Bugs and Other Stories. Yeah, simple as that. And now this one, we get like new episodes. I mean, I'm not saying they're new. I'm just saying new to Thomas home media releases in the United States, right? So anyways, let's go for the episodes that are basically new to Thomas home media releases in the United States. So the new episodes to Thomas United States home media. We have Follow That Flower, Toby's Afternoon Off, Hide and Peep, and Emily in the Garbage. Well, Emily in the Garbage, you could already watch that in the Hit Favorites DVD, Being a Friend. But for Thomas, home media product-wise, it's new. Now, for the Ringo Starr US dub of Save from Scrap and A New Friend for Thomas, we finally got him onto home media product because those two episodes were seen in the Shining Time Station episode, Is This the End?, which only aired on TV. And then for the Michael Brennan narration of Emily's New Coaches, we finally got it on there. Because the Michael Brennan narration of Emily's New Coaches was seen on PBS Kids and PBS Sprout. Yeah. And let's go through the other episodes that you could already watch in other releases, shall we? So, for Thomas and Birdie's Great Race, Ringo Starr US narration, you can already watch that in James Learns a Lesson. Trouble in the Sheds, Ringo Starr US narration, you can already watch that in Tenders and Turntables on VHS, but we finally got it onto DVD. And the George Carlin episodes, Grand Puff and Sleeping Beauty, that are on this release, you could already watch that in Rusty to the Rescue. For Make Someone Happy, Alec Baldwin narration. We're jumping into Alec Baldwin episodes. Make Someone Happy. You could already watch that in Make Someone Happy and Other Stories. Bad Day for Harold. You could already watch that in Salty Secret. Twin Trouble, Edward the Very Useful Engine, and Rusty Saves the Day. You can watch those on James and the Red Balloon. For Thomas and the Rainbow, I want to say you could already watch this in Thomas and the Toy Workshop. I believe so, yeah. Thomas and the New Engine, you could already watch that in Milkshake Muddle. Thomas and the Statue, you can also watch that on Toy Workshop. And Edward Strikes Out, you could already watch that in Carnival Capers. Yeah, Carnival Capers. So, yeah, but for the rest of the episodes, yeah, they are basically new. Like I said, not new, just new to Thomas home media in the United States. If y'all know what I mean, right? So anyways, back to the question. Do I recommend this release? The answer to that is yes, I think I like this a little better than Greatest Stories for obvious reasons, and also this is definitely better than Up, Up, and Away. That's for sure. Anyways, that about wraps up this video, and the next episode will be on Schoolhouse Delivery, so please stay tuned. See y'all next time. Bye.